My name's Ben Wheatley. I'm the captain of TS Pelican of London. I've worked in this industry in sail training for about 20 years, and in that time I've come up through the ranks. So I started off as a trainee when I was a teenager, and then I became a volunteer crew member. And then when I left school, left university, I got professional jobs in the industry, starting off in a fairly lowly minor role, and gradually built on that until I got my captain's qualifications and started taking command of vessels. For me, it's not a job, it's a vocation, it's a way of life, and nobody who works in the sail training industry does it for the money or for anything else like that. We do it because it's a very satisfying job, because although it's a lifestyle, it's also a really positive thing to have with young people, so you can influence those young people and give them the opportunity to succeed in their lives, give them the opportunity to achieve things and to thrive, and give them responsibility and give them the chance to make a real go of things, which is a really powerful thing. And that's what we all do it for, is that look on a young person's face when they've steered the ship into port, or they've climbed the rigging and furled the sail, giving them a challenge that they never thought they'd be able to achieve, and then giving them the tools and the training and the opportunity to overcome that challenge and complete it. And that's what we do it for. That's sort of my background and why I'm here. In terms of the ship, Pelican was built just at the end of the Second World War. She was launched in the late 1940s in France. She was built as an Arctic fishing trawler, so she didn't have sails in those days. She was powered by engines, and she went fishing for a number of years under the French flag. The fact she was built as an Arctic trawler means she's a very, very strong ship. The hull is very, very well built, and nice thick steel plates which make it very safe and sturdy and seaworthy. Then she fished for about 20 years, and then she was converted in the late 60s into a cargo vessel. She was renamed Cadet, and she traded as a cargo ship, again initially in France, for a very, very long time. And then in the early 2000s she was brought to the UK, and at that time the people who purchased her were looking to build or develop a new sail training ship. So they used the hull from Pelican as it was, made some small adjustments, changed a few things around, and then they completely refitted the rigging and the accommodation to turn it into a sail training ship. So that took a few years, and the first voyage in her new configuration was in 2007, and I was actually on that voyage as bosun. So I wasn't working for the company full time, but I came on board and did some trips then, and I've been involved on and off since 2007. But I've recently this year started off as one of two full-time captains, so I work back to back with another captain, so each of us do half the year in effect. In terms of the program that we deliver, at the moment we are a sail training ship. So what we do is we take people from all different sorts of backgrounds, all different sorts of ages, although mainly young people, and we provide opportunities for them to come on board the ship. They sail the ship, we don't carry any passengers, they are the crew, so they pull the ropes and climb the rigging, and they also wash the dishes and peel the potatoes and everything else, under the supervision of 7 permanent crew and a number of experienced volunteer crew. When we're on those voyages, we, around the summer months, usually work in Northern European waters, so we're sailing at the moment around the Irish Sea, Bristol Channel, and around the British Isles. But in the winter months we have a winter deployment where we go from the UK, from Europe, down to the Canary Islands, the Cape Verde Islands, and then we cross the Atlantic towards the end of the year and spend the winter in the Caribbean and around Central America. Then we come back from there, usually via the Azores or via Bermuda and the Azores, and we get back to the UK kind of April time. So the ship has not long ago returned from the Caribbean, and we've had a bit of a crew change, and now we're sailing around the British Isles until this October.